stream go down? Stream's still up on my side. Okay, so it should go... Okay, we should be looking for blue. It should find one blue. And then we should look below that and see that there's another blue, so there's two. So then it'll go down here. At which point it should find three of them. And for the blue specifically, it should not find them, so it should be... It should say, hey, there's only two, and not do anything. At which point, temp count should be set to 0, move check should be set to 0, temp X is incremented. So if temp X is incremented, then we're just looking at the next gem over, ignoring any move gems. There aren't any move gems. We should be looking at the yellows. We should find two yellows, and then we should find another. Oh boy, I'd just set some more text cues in here if I didn't feel like I had to sit through 60 games to get this to happen, to get this glitch to happen again. Could I make a custom start state? Maybe? Yeah, could I copy the random seed? I could do that. And then I should know at 1,000 in. Alright, let me write the seed down. So temp count, move check. Temp color. Okay, yeah, well, I cannot tell what the problem would be. Alright, let's put some more text cues in. Oh. Okay, so we got this right here, so we're waiting on that. Okay, let's give you this seed again. So even with the same seed, it didn't break this time. Oh, that means I gotta sit here and wait. Yeah, hard coding, it's probably going to be the easier option. There shouldn't be any randomness in how the character, well, in like how the clown moves around, but I do wonder if maybe some even slight frame variances could make it make a different decision. So even though we know a seed where it could happen, like a minor decision change early on due to a minor frame difference could escalate out to it being just different when the time comes. Yeah, because it cruised right by at that time. I think I even saw the spot that it would have happened at. Wait, but it happened anyway. But I can't pause? Why can't I pause? Why can't I pause? Why couldn't I pause? Huh. Alright, well, I gotta remember to go in here and set the clown's combo number to -500. Well, maybe it'll happen at some point in here. Maybe this seed appears to be at least a little cursed, though. It's true, it's still not allowed pausing, but if its combo is -500, then it should at least not do that. Oh, but it did do this. Fast rock. And that time it just won. Not looking good for the home team on this one. I'll let this one finish out, and I'll probably do one more test after that. Oh, wow. You go, AI! That's a new one. I'll let this one finish out, and then I'll probably try again. I'll try one more time, and then I think I'm gonna call the stream, get some sleep. I may think about easy ways to resolve that juggling. Yeah, the juggling is only caused by how fast the AI moves. Like, it only happens on speed 10, which nobody should ever be playing on speed 10. Like, all I do is set it back down to difficulty 9, and it resolves the issue. Sort of. It's that one, and the juggling issue anyway, is that the AI is just too friggin' fast. It's not even a bug, he's just too fast. It's that he sees, like, a couple blocks here and goes, okay, I'm gonna pick these up. And then sees right next to it, oh hey, I can throw these over there in order to make a match. So it throws them over there, but there's already, like, move gems in the way because it just threw them like a second ago. So it's just waiting for those because it goes like, oh no, there's move gems there, I can't do anything. And those move gems hit. Oh, it stopped. Okay, I can't pause, but its combo timer is still negative. Okay, so we're getting, I don't know. Wow, what is happening here? What is happening here? Temp color is 0. Hold up. At this point, temp color is 0. But temp count is 2. And then it just keeps incrementing temp count. Why would temp color ever be 0? Like, 0 is... No, 0 is blue. Yeah, 0 is blue. So it sees the 2 blue. So it sees the 2 blue. Oh. The problem, it does retry when it realizes there's no third blue. But the problem is that I don't reset any variables when it does. Because it would see that, like, okay, hey, there's blue, and there's 2 of them. And then it would search through and try to find one more. It did not find... If it found one more, then it would stop the loop, set return value to temp color. What loop am I stopping? What loop am I even in? Doesn't matter. So the problem then is, like, stop loop set return value. I would then think that it would go down here and run set temp color 0, move check 0, and increment X so it checks the next block. But it's not doing this because this is under an else, and this else only runs if this does not, but it did. So if I just put this down here, it should reset it. I may also want to stop the loop. Because stopping loops is going to be... What loop is this currently in? It's in this repeat 7 times loop. No, I don't think I want to stop the loop. Because I'm only stopping the loop because I'm setting the return value, and if the loop that I'm stopping is this top level repeat 7 times loop... Yeah. I want it to keep checking, so I do not want to do that. I do not want to stop loop. And that explains why it was hitting an infinite loop. It was an infinite loop is what it was. Or at the very least it would run like 7 times. And it would just run through and it would increment. That even makes sense there because it would increment this twice each turn. Because it would keep finding 2. So it'd get down here and go, hey, temp count is 4, temp count is 6, temp count is 8, because it kept finding the same 2. Because I didn't change any variables. So this makes so much sense that this should just fix it. Meanwhile, over here, we're still running at 122% CPU usage. Somehow. I'm not sure how we've managed that one. Estimated CPU usage, 124%! Hit Task Manager, I want to see what's going on. We're only using 30%. Construct, you're lying. You having trouble, Construct? You doing okay? I'm just gonna close out of this. I can pause now. So of course now the chore is, have we actually solved the problem or not? Exactly as Toa said. We've maybe solved it. It looks like the game is playing correctly. I'm actually real quick going to set difficulty to 9. I want to make sure it can dig correctly. Looks like it's digging without breaking. Okay, I'll give this like a run or two and see what happens. It looks like it's running fine. We may never know if we actually resolved that issue or not. Given that I had to run about 60 games for the bug to show up. This seems to be a cursed seed, though. So with any luck, a couple of runs of this one should at least make me more confident. I'll run this one more time after this, and we'll see what we get. Yeah, it was a pretty precise bug. I'm honestly a little surprised that it didn't show up more often, though. Oh, it won. Yeah, okay, this is the second time I'm doing this, so it looks like it's working well, so I'll wait until the end of this one, and then I think I'm gonna call it, and assume that the bug has been fixed. Until later on when I find out it hasn't been. There's still the juggling glitch, and I may think about a good way to resolve that one. What I'll probably have to do is just put into account if it's... When looking for matches, ignore any columns that have move gems in them that are moving down. Like when looking for the total 3. That should be easy enough to resolve as well. It's midnight though, so I'm not going to worry about that tonight. It's going though, man. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do another one, but I just had a brief moment of... I technically went to college for computer science, so, I mean, I learned some programming. Yeah. Yeah, I learned how to program. But I mean, I've played video games all of my life, and I love video games, and I love that kind of crap. And the idea of making games, I think, is super cool. And I like making games. Dabbling in just a couple here and there. But I've been making relatively simple ones. But I think it's something about watching this thing go now that I've disconnected from myself. This is just a thing that goes now. And I just had a brief moment watching this of... I'm just some guy who's been bungling around and trying to get crap to work. I don't know what I'm doing. That I've programmed something that can play this game, that can do this. I programmed something to do this, to solve this puzzle, to act in a way that can make matches and play by the game's rules to resolve this insanely quickly. It's... I don't know, I think that's kind of amazing. Like, I'm just some guy. I'm just some idiot. But, like, look at this piece of crap that I've somehow brought into existence that can solve these problems and do this. This isn't just some animation that's playing, it's solving puzzles.
It's probably not as elegant as a human, but yeah.
But it's doing it.
Dude, that red combo that just happened that was like 15. Do you get... Is it better to do... Oh. Is it better to do...
I set the quota to 2,000.
larger combos or more smaller combos?
Technically it's the same. Well, no.
Because...
More smaller ones, technically. I am going to be lowering the combo timer, because right now the combo timer is like 5 seconds. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, stuff like that happens when you're testing.
Yeah. And that's also where... That's just how it... I mean, that's just how it has worked in games like this. Like with, But that's kind of how it works in games like these. Like, with Magical Drop, it was always... Like, you have to make another match immediately after making the first match. And that's just how it is. Technically, it's you had to make a match while... I don't know how they programmed it, because they didn't use a timer like I do. You had to make a match while the first match was still being animated. Like, to be destroyed. The second one had to be made. But it also took into account that if you made a match and it being destroyed caused another match to be made, it also counted that as a combo.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like a default. That would be a combo.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I want to go for, but I'm going by the timer just because that's way easier. Want to see 2 level 10s fight. At some point, I'm sure. Because right now, I'm focusing on just making the one AI. So like right now, all the code for the AI is under player 2. But I can very easily copy this code up to player 1. And then we just have that, and we're done. We're good. But I'm going to be changing this one, so I don't want to do that yet. But it should be as simple as... Like, it should be as simple as just, like, copying this up and then changing player num and player both to 1. Okay, I'm going to assume that I fixed the bug. If I encounter it again in the future, then I'll worry about solving it again in the future. And technically, if it's going to be the exact same code, I hate to have to, like, copy it and just have 2 sets of code. But the easiest thing that I'm doing is just enabling and disabling these blocks of code based on whether or not you've enabled the NPC. So if you enable player 1 AI, then I'll just enable this block of code and we're good. It would be more efficient, for sure, if I could just put it in all in one block of code, and say, if, player 1C is 1, run this code with both of these as 1. If it's 2, run it again with 2. Maybe I can think of a way to do that. I'm sure it's possible. But it's late, and I'm tired, and as far as I know, I solved that bug. We still potentially need to resolve the juggling bug, which I'll look into. That would probably be a good idea to do anyway. My solution anyway will probably be a good one to do anyway. So I'll worry about that one probably next time. And that's actually the last bug that I can think of that I would want to solve. Otherwise, the AI is done, except when dealing with trash. And that's going to be a whole other sack of potatoes. So I'm going to write these down on my to-do list. I'm going to erase this random number I wrote in the middle of my to-do list so I can add more lines to it. Okay, so let's try... Okay, so next time I'm going to try to condense the AI down into one block instead of having to copy it up to player one. And I'm going to try to fix the juggling bug. And I'm going to do that by ignoring columns with move gems when checking for matches. So those are the two things that I'm shooting for doing next time. Oh, I also guess I want to unhard code the seed. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'll just take care of that now. Done. Save. Alright, everybody. Until next time. It's been fun. Got a lot done. And by got a lot done, I mean I resolved the main bug that I was trying to resolve, so that's cool beans. It was exactly as difficult as I thought it was going to be, which is to say it wasn't at all, once I figured out what the problem was. So the only problem left now is this crazy bug. These bugs just keep showing up, but I think at this point we've run probably a few hundred simulations of this game. So I'm fairly confident that there aren't many bugs left in this AI. So good night, everybody.